Hello, everyone. Welcome, all of you beautiful people out there. I'm Victoria, but maybe you already know that. And today I am bringing through this really interesting message that at first really felt like it's just something for the whole Starseed collective, and it's not coming. It really didn't feel like it's coming from a particular place. It feels like it's beings from different places and different races and just different beings that are all collectively sending through this message. But the strongest energy I felt was coming from dragons, the ancient dragons that lived on Earth. And I really feel like those of you who feel connected to these dragons, this is going to be super important, a super important message. So it was coming through very clearly. We're talking today about personas, the masks that we wear every day with everyone. And all of us have the ability to change our masks. We know that. We can see it in ourselves. We act in one way towards our family, in another towards our friends, in another way towards colleagues, etc. And in different situations, we use different kind of personas as well. In a hard situation, we use one. In a sad situation, we use another. In a happy one, we use a completely different one. So we all have an abundance of personas to pick from. Really feels like we're beings that can be very fluid when it comes to, not so much when it comes to our bodies, at least for now, but anything that's beyond the physical, we can be very fluid. We can become anything. So they were telling me that now is the time to really re-examine what personas we have on hand, what personas we're using, and if they're serving us. And are these personas, have they outlived their expiry date? Because their expiry date, come and gone. We need to examine that. Are they serving us anymore? For example, being fully honest here with everyone, in the past, I adopted a persona of basically a bitch persona where I felt like I needed to be like that to people so that they don't hurt me, so that I can be safe, because otherwise they're not going to respect me. Otherwise they're not going to leave me alone, or they're going to speak behind my back. I mean, that happens anyway, but it feels like, from all the series and movies that I had watched as a kid, it felt like those are the people that seem to survive the best. I don't know. And that's how it seemed like to me back then. So I thought, well, this is what I should be. So that's the persona that I got. And people were telling me, yeah, you're like this. So I started believing it, I really am this. Oh my God. But, one day it came and I realized, wait, this is not me. And I don't want to be this. Why? I want this to be over. It's change. I don't need this anymore. And I didn't, and I don't. And of course, I'm much happier after that, and I'm sure everyone else around me is too. But yeah, it's just these things, and there's nothing wrong with adopting that kind of persona. It's something that protects us. Like I said, it was something that was protecting me. I felt like I needed that so that I can survive, so that, my life could be easier in a way, even though I don't think it was, but that's what I thought at the time. And that was what was right for me at the time. And the same with everyone else. Maybe you're someone who either gets really sad, emotional, even that is a persona in a way. Or someone who gets really angry, that is also a type of persona. Someone who ignores everyone and just keeps to themselves, that is also more of a lone wolf persona. Again, so many types to pick from, and what they told me is that every single character, every single, from books, movies, games, every single character from myths, from legends, from stories, they're there as available personas. You can become any of them. And this is again the time to re-examine which ones are we using, and are they actually bringing us good. Because sometimes we might not even notice. There could be one that comes out rarely, so we don't pay too much attention to it, but it does come out sometimes, and it's not really good. So again, it's about noticing these things, and if you want, you can change it. Again, all you need to do is notice it and say that you want to change it and change it. It's sometimes it can be hard, but once you notice, I think it gets much easier. So noticing is really the first step, and then also getting deeper into the working with personas. Literally trying to become something else, calling that energy and not being scared. What they told me was very important, was not being scared to become like someone else, because it's like you're downloading an energy that will help you in your life. So if you want to be more confident, pick a character or some type of, even animals, even the elements. What they told me is you can even become like the water, become like the wind, become like rain, if you feel you need that energy at this moment. Or animals, if you feel like you want the energy of the bear. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what they did, not just ancient cultures, but not so ancient cultures. They were becoming the animals, that like the spirit animal kind of idea, where you become the animal and you start using those characteristics to benefit you in some kind of way. And of course, all of them have, positives and negatives. Everything does. So it's also about being aware of that, all of that, and trying to use as much of the positive as possible, and being aware of the negative and not allowing it to come through, I guess. Because when you embody the positive aspects, you just naturally stray away from embodying the negative, usually, not always. So yeah, I really feel like that's going to be really important, becoming something else, taking the energy of the rabbit, the energy of a certain, even a god, calling that energy within you so that you can become more powerful. For example, yes, confident, or more open, more loving, more compassionate, stronger. And we all need all these energies at a certain point of our lives. That's why there's so many stories, that's why there's so many characters, because they're there to show us how the cycle goes, the cycles of life. And they're there to, in a way, help us and teach us how to navigate it. So yeah, I feel like it's such an interesting topic, this persona topic, and there's so much to think about. And another thing that they told me is, I invite you now to take a deep breath, close your eyes, and allow whatever persona, whatever mask you need right now, whatever energy you're needing right now, to come to you. And seeing what comes through for you. I'm really curious if you guys do this and you feel something coming to you. I'm really curious what it is, so let me know down in the comments. This would be a very good meditation too. That is an idea. Anyway, let's look at the cards here. First of all, we have Ignite Your Fire and Clear Space, Clear Mind. Honestly, this card has been coming up so often in my readings recently. And it dropped first with this card, and I was feeling like, no, it's not this. Not again. Then it dropped again. And then I was like, no, stop, it's not you, stop coming. And then a third time I was like, okay, I guess this really is your moment, your time to shine, clear space, clear mind. But let's talk about ignite your fire first. So this is the salamander actually, and it's talking about just the element of fire. Like I said, elements. You can embody elements as well, just the energy of the element. Connecting with fire and or anything that's to do with fire. I don't know why fireflies are coming through. Salamanders themselves. Igniting your creativity and your passion. I really feel like this card is also coming through to tell us all that now we will be granted a lot of not exactly creativity or passion, but inspiration. Yes, inspiration and energy to do things that, you know, we need to do. So it's using that energy to better yourself. And since we're talking about the personas, using that energy to connect with different personas. So of course, you know, if you're tired, you're not going to be able to meditate and then connect and download energy and etc. You know, it's harder. It takes a toll on your body, etc. Yeah, we know that. But now when this energy is there for you, make sure to leave some time for things like this. Thinking about what energy you're embodying right now. What is your energy? Because whatever energy you're at, that's what you're attracting, and that's the reality or the timeline that you're attracting. We're constantly shifting timelines, and we constantly have the ability to go to different ones. So which one do you want to go to? If you want to go to a really good one, then check with your energy, check the personas that you're using. Are they good ones, or are they more on the negative side? I really feel like it's a time to be very, very honest and vulnerable with ourselves. You don't need to share this with anyone else, but you really need to be honest with yourself. That's what's coming through. Because there's darkness, heaviness in all of us. And sometimes we have to confront it, and sometimes we need to clean it up a bit. The clear space, clear mind, I really feel like it's coming through to tell us that a lot of these personas, we don't need them anymore. So we need to, it's like clearing out your hard drive, deleting some of the personas that you don't need because you don't need them anymore. Like me, I don't need that bitch persona anymore. So it's gone. I just deleted it. And it's never coming back again, hopefully. I guess unless I call it in. Because like I said, they all have their own use. It's just thinking about whether this is the best one for you right now. So all of this energy that you'll be granted, the inspiration, use it for the betterment of yourself. I really feel like that's the big message now. Focus on bettering yourself. When you have free time, when you have energy, choose better things if you can. That doesn't mean that you should. No one can force you to do anything. No one can force anyone to do anything. We all pick what we want. But if you want to go to a better timeline, you need to make choices that would align with that. So you would need to make choices like, oh, maybe I shouldn't watch TV. Maybe I should go and meditate. Maybe I should go think about this persona stuff. Maybe I should go, do something else that will improve my life and myself. Maybe I should go clean up. Use that energy for something good because we don't always have energy. I don't know how you guys feel, but for me, some days I'd have zero energy, and that's just it. There's no way to help it. That's just how the whole day is gonna be. But then when I do have energy, that's the important time. That's when you pick what you want to do with your spare time. And it's important. What you pick is important. Are you going to spend time with your family? Or are you going to go spend time with your friends? Or are you going to go be alone? All of that matters. Either you improve your relationship with one or you do something by yourself. So whatever matters the most for you, figure that out too, if you haven't. And let's see the other cards here. We have cracked open. So rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. But this card, I really feel like it's reminding me more of opening yourself up. So looking at yourself beyond all the personas, beyond even yourself and your avatar and your name. Me, beyond being Victoria, I'm so much more, just like every single one of you. And be aware of what you think is yourself. Who are you? You're not just your name. You're not just that person there. You're so much more. So see that. See the divinity in yourself. I feel like this message has come through before too. A lot of this is like all coming together. But I feel like since this card especially is coming through, it feels like this is like the final stretch of it all. The final time when we can really afford to spend a lot of time on this before we're, well, I don't want to say too late, but basically this is your time to do this if you haven't already. And crack yourself open, crack open and see what's inside. See beyond the masks, beyond everything. Like I said, I believed at one point that maybe I really am a bitch. Everyone's telling me that. I thought that I needed that, so maybe that is me. But it's not. It's not me. And even the traits that I have today, they're not me. They are, but they're also not. They're not all of me, and they're not even a part of me. It's the same. It's so weird because we are, but we aren't. We're everything and we're nothing, and it's that same concept, and it's just so weird to grasp. But it feels like now is the time to start diving deeper into this, diving deeper into yourself, and now you will really be given the tools to do that. You also have the Great Serving. Mars energy, anger, conflict, and softening to love. I think I mentioned before, softening yourself up. Softening to who you are, to all of your personas. Some might be ugly and you might not want to look at them at all. Some you might be attached to and you might feel like, well, how can I survive without this one? And some might be fine and you wanna keep them, of course. But soften up to all of this and to loving every single one of them. None of them are bad. All of them are there for a reason. That doesn't mean that they need to stay. You can swap them out whenever you want. But none of them are bad. They served you in some way. And since this card is coming through, it will be important to talk about the anger too, since fire also can be associated with anger too, with aggression. When there's too much energy built up and we don't know how to properly release it and express it, sometimes it can lead to anger, it can lead to aggression. But clearing all of that up will help you release it properly and will basically make you less angry at the world, at yourself, at people. The more you figure things out, figure yourself out, figure your insides out, the less you'll be put in situations where you'll be angrier about things. Because, you'll just be clear. So there's nothing that can anger you. And you'll just be love. So you can be angered if you're feeling loving. We also have the 7 Star Sisters. Birthing, creation, tapestry of life, and expression. So again, creativity, expression coming through here. Allow yourself to let all of this out in some kind of way, whatever way is best for you. Maybe you write down every single persona that you feel you've used, every single whatever you want to call them. You can just call them by some words, or literally describe them as characters that you know from somewhere, or animals. But write it down, express it, draw it, sing it in some kind of way, express, and let the energy out, let them out. It really feels like they need to come out in some way. It's not just about saying, okay, I'm not gonna be that anymore. It also needs to be released somehow. So again, writing it down is a really good one. Just writing it down and allowing all of the energy to flow on the page. Maybe it can stay there, or maybe you can ask for it to be cleared. But allow all of the energy to flow outside of you, because you don't need it anymore. You don't want it. So you're letting it go. If you don't let it go, if you don't express it, then it will stay there and it will create clutter. So again, like a hard drive, like the computers or the phone storage, you keep all the files, eventually you're not going to have memory. So you're not going to be able to download extra stuff. You're not going to be able to even run it properly, because the machine gets slower the more stuff it has. So we get slower, we have less energy the more things we're holding on to. So the more we let go of things, we'll have more energy. Oh, maybe that's my answer to why I'm so tired some days. Maybe I'm holding on to too much. Maybe we all are. So express it, release it. Ooh, yes. And find a healthy way to express all of these emotions and these feelings. Let's get some cards, some other cards, to see if we have anything else to say or anything else to hear. Okay, we have oneness and caring community. So these are really good cards to come through together. I'm quite shocked by this. So caring community, participate and belong, enrich your life. And oneness, look for the common in humanity and invoke Lemurian light. So look for the people that are the people for you. Look for the people that match your energy. Look for people who really are there for you and you feel the connection with. And feel the oneness in all of you. When you're with someone and you feel the love, you can see yourself in them. You feel the oneness. You feel that you're one, that you're just looking at yourself through a mirror in a way. A mirror that, is a bit broken and it looks a bit different, because we all look a bit different. But a mirror anyway. So look for all of that. Look for the common in all of us. We're all human. We're all made of flesh and blood. We all had to come out in the same way. We all have struggles. No one's struggles are bigger than someone else's. And just because someone's struggles look bigger doesn't mean that yours aren't important. And in the same light, all of us have happy moments. All of us experience happiness. And if you want to experience more happiness, then surround yourself with people who want that too, and who are in that vibration of happiness. Don't surround yourself with people who are wearing masks or personas that are sad or angry, with masks that you don't resonate with. So look for people's masks too. Notice how they're wearing different masks as well during different situations, with different people. With you they're one, with someone else they're another. Notice that in them too. And see how we're all the same. We all do that. And it doesn't make us better or worse. No one is better or worse than anyone else. There's just no need to hate anyone. No need to be angry at anyone. Things just are happening because they are. but again, we can shift into a timeline that we think is better by shifting our energy first. And once we align with people who are with the same energy that either we want to achieve or that we are, that's when we make even bigger shifts, like the mass meditations some people do that create huge shifts in areas or in even make big changes. Hope you guys know what I mean. But yeah, we are very powerful, especially when we're together and when we're at the same frequency. We can make so much change. Really feels like doing some kind of big meditation with a lot of people at the same time is quite important. If you can somehow manage to do that, I feel like that would not only help you a lot, all of you, but the whole planet. And yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here. It really feels like we already talked about quite a bit of stuff, and for some reason something is happening with my camera. I can see that, and I can't change it. So yeah, this is really the time to say goodbye. I'll shift it to a photo so you don't have to look at this. But yes, thank you all for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Definitely let me know what you think about all of this persona stuff in the comments. And I'm curious, what are some of your guys' personas? You know, I was quite vulnerable there, telling you about mine. So I would love to hear about yours too. The good ones, the bad ones, any kind. And what kind of persona would you like to embody now? What would you like to be now? I'm really curious about that too. For me, I guess it's someone who is very loving and accepting and kind of a warm presence, like a mother. A nice, good mother. I feel like that is very fitting for me. Anyway, again, I hope you enjoyed. If you're interested in a personal reading, details of how you can contact me are down below in the description. And I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope I see you in my next video. Bye!